Hello everybody, this is Jeff here with Kerbal Space Program. Okay, good, the iPod is not sliding off my desk. So this is going to be a 20-minute-ish episode. Now we're going to continue from my old save, which I have updated and everything. We're on Kerbal Space Program 18.4, as some of you have probably noticed. The space station is no longer there, but we have all these guys, like our little planet mapper here, which we're going to load up real quick. Oh yeah, that's right, we kept that on there. Oh, okay, so it's got to restart all that again. But yeah, so this is mapping Kerbal right now. We go back out, and we've got a basic... I've actually got it. The Space Center. I wish the end flight button wasn't right there. You have to remember not to hit the end flight button if you want to keep your flight. And this is one of the communication satellites, which I have placed up there. It appears to not quite be working right. Why is everything so funky? Toggle. Yeah, well, it's up there. It has... I took everything off of this stuff. Resources... empty. Not empty. Okay. Yeah, don't take that off. Electric battery. Operational. Okay, so some things have been are acting funny with this update. Can't help but notice that. Orbital operations, vessel information. There you go. So we go back to the Space Center. I know those are ComSats. I bloody put them there, but they're not loading up as ComSats. It's like something's not loading properly. And here it is, just the small one. We're going to extend that. You see, I launched all three of these at the same time months ago. It weighs 1.7 tons, not very big. They're communication satellites, and this is supposed to be the little Communitron kind of thing, but for some reason, not showing up properly in the system. And my pager is farting up. Hold on a second. Someone bumped into the power cable. But yeah, so the communication satellites are there. I'm going to go around and get all the correct stuff on them. So that one's been looked at. I'm not sure if I've looked at this one. 1, 2, and 3 is the bottom, so I've seen 1. Okay. They're at geosynchronous orbit around Kerbal. Or Kerbin, actually. So those be over the same place at any given time. And there is that. Toggle that. There we go. This one weighs 1.36 tons. It's still got some fuel. This is the first one placed into orbit, so it didn't have to maneuver any. Okay. Back to Space Center. Now, we got some new stuff in this one here. So I'm going to launch a satellite. We'll use the Sputnik. Universal... Oof. That's not what I was looking for. Not what I was looking for at all. Move that out of the way. We'll worry about putting that in later. There's not going to be decouplers in this part. Stores a lot of charge right there. Let's actually make this look like a satellite. Okay. Don't need the converter unit, what we need are some batteries. Grab a bunch of them. I know I turned the music down, but it's going to be loud. They still haven't really fixed that one issue. We'll stick a Communitron right on the top. Not snapping the angle. May not be able to with that. Wait a minute. 5,000, 8,000. These aren't working. That's why... No, it was working. Compact survey unit, medium survey unit. Come on. You see there's no range. That's the problem. These have like a range on them. We'll use this thing. Because that there isn't working. So plop that on top. Can't plop it on top. Can't plop it anywhere. Oof. That's a bit annoying. So that explains why this, it worked with that, because that my helicopter test earlier had that on there. I need something. Small hard point. Can I put that on there? Doesn't want to do it. You're kidding me. Dipole antenna will go on, but this thing won't go on anywhere. It does light up for a second. There we go, good enough, it's on. Not where I really want it, but it's on there. And so we're going to use the medium survey unit. Where the hell is it going to go? Well, I guess it'll be like that. I still stick a small fuel tank game, seriously. Good lord. Look at that. Look at that. No, I can't. Can I stick a decoupler onto here? No. Okay. Maybe if I take, that thing, stick it on the side, work that. That seemed to work. Okay, whatever. It's going to be a bit picky, I see. Well, it's up there, doing its thing. Where did that other thing go? We'll have it with a map set. It's also going to need some solar panels. Booyah. Yeah, we're not doing that. And now we're going to just put this on the launch pad, see where everything falls together. On its side. Not exactly how I wanted it to turn out. 'Cause that's going to be turning funny. Okay, so back to the Space Center. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Yay, it's still here. Take off. Take off. Take off. Take off. You still need solar panels. How big is that? Methane scanner. Save, launch, clear it, go. And you'll proceed to fall over again. Extend. Kind of more of what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's more of what I'm looking for. And flight, back to vehicle assembly building. Use two of these. That was closer to what I was looking for. Now control. I'll put mech jab on here. No symmetry with that. Thank you. Now there is something that is missing. This isn't working entirely correctly here. The remote command stuff is not working 100% correctly. Because these are supposed to be compatible with it, but they're not working. Maybe if I just reinstall it. In the meantime, move that. I can put that there. And mount the satellite to it like so. Save, launch. And now there's that. This doesn't have local control. Eee. And deploy the antenna. and it has an 8,000 kilometer range. So yeah, these things are not working right, which is why it's kind of messing up. But I can not list comsats. My comsats are not there because it is broke. That explains a few things. So I'll have to fix this later on. Actually, I have to fix this before I launch this satellite. So we'll design the satellite, and that'll be the end of the episode. The next episode will be me launching this. Oops, that wasn't really what I wanted to do. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so we'll design the rest of the rocket. But that's a serious problem right there, because I can't launch this into orbit until I fix that. So that's nice to figure out what that is and why it's doing that. It's because this is broke and these have not been replaced properly. So I just reinstall everything and hope that works. What else do I need to put on here? We got that scanner, we got that scanner, we got MechJeb on there. And it's just a roly-poly thing. So, propulsion. I believe we have an ion engine. I might be believing wrong. This is bypass turbine, liquid fuel engine, main sail, liquid fuel, portal, liquid fuel. Maybe my install's just screwed up again. Or maybe it's... Things are definitely missing. It's really a crap engine. Huh. Something's wrong. There's things missing that should be in here. That's too big an engine, and that's not what I'm looking for. That engine would work. We'll take that off momentarily. Stick a bunch of these things onto there. Yeah, I'm missing the ion engine, for one thing. Which is odd. I got one of those things to fit in there, so I suppose I should be happy with that. Now we needed a coupler down there. Basic decoupler, please. Small one, maybe? Whoops! And that's the timer for the end of the episode. So, I've got a small problem, though. I'm not finishing it until I've solved this problem. Fine, that's not going to go there. That can, and it will. The moment I'm taking those off... taking that... those on there, gets them away from that. And while we're at it, I gave myself some extra room. Maybe we won't be. Okay. That small... Isn't there a really tiny docking port? Nah, it doesn't matter. So I can do is I've also got transfer mod. Where is it? Maybe it's under utility? Yeah, this is the Xenon, so I got the Xenon for the ion engine. Unless the ion engine is just entirely in the wrong spot. Which, to be honest, wouldn't surprise me, because there's the Xenon, but there's no ion engine. Maximum altitude. I'll grab the compact one, too. Satellite with a full sensor suite. Center of gravity is slightly off center. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Can I mount it on top of this thing? Ah, yes I can. I'm going to stick that on there just in case it starts to work again. Two of them on it, why not? It's not like it's going to add much weight. And that last part that I was looking for, There it is, fuel port. There'll just be one on there. Where am I going to stick this thing? Can I stick it on that? Yeah, it'll be on that thing. On the other side from those. And there. Not the biggest thing. Only 4.17 tons, but it will do. It will do. I know there's a tiny docking clamp thing. I guess I'm not going to worry about it. That's not it. That would be it right there. In case it's going to be carried on a much bigger ship. And that way I can use this repeatedly. Mark 1. Well equipped, fully censored suite there. And now it needs a way to get into space. It's not a particularly heavy craft. How am I doing that? That carries 180, that carries 360, as much as two of them. Propulsion. Boom! 200. We'll use that. We'll stick some aerodynamic fins on there. These things. And then the next time you see it will be when I launch the sucker. But for now, I've got to figure out why this thing's not working right, because I can't launch this unless it can actually communicate with everything, and currently it can't, so... Oops. Let's lift you up a little bit, eh? There we go. Not a very big one. That's not going to be enough to get it up there. I'll fix this later. But I need to fix the communication satellite issue right now, or else it's not going to work. I'll see you in a little bit. Well, see you next episode, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe.